The head of the United Nations Office for Project Services says the humanitarian disaster is continuing in the Gaza Strip. Since Israel declared UNRWA, the UN agency, illegal after distributing aid in Gaza for decades, UNOPS has had to hurriedly take over. The head of UNOPS visited Gaza on Thursday. His agency is now providing all of Gaza's fuel, which is the only source of energy. He said 70% of the infrastructure has been destroyed.
So I was puzzled by what I saw on infrastructure. The collapse of the infrastructure, the collapse of the housing, the collapse of the roads. 70% of all infrastructure is destroyed. So the key point from my visit to Gaza is it's fundamental to bring all aid, all humanitarian aid that is needed in terms of emergence, but it's fundamental to prepare early recovery. Early recovery means removing the rubble, rehabilitating the roads, bringing electricity, bringing sanitation, constructing the hospitals and the schools.
Euronews asked him about US President Trump's decision to freeze aid and what role the EU could have. He didn't want to comment on any member state's specific decision, but it was clear that the international community needs to help avert the humanitarian disaster in Gaza.
I saw clearly hope, the expectation that the ceasefire will last and that the worst has already passed. So we cannot fail. We cannot fail. It's important that the international community puts the pressure that is needed on the parties to preserve the ceasefire, but also that the international community provides all aid into Gaza.
The European Commission announced last month a new humanitarian aid package for Gaza worth €120 million, which brings total EU humanitarian assistance to Gaza to over €450 million since 2023, plus EU air brigade flights which have delivered over 3,800 tons of aid. This visit to Gaza was part of a UNOPS mission in the Middle East, which also includes Lebanon and Syria.